Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a wonderful episode of Geoguessr. We are doing a diverse world today. It's a map by mapper. Yellow line on the right, but a white divider line with the sun confidently in the north. Now, that doesn't mean we can't be anywhere, but you know what? I'm pretty confident that means we are in the southern hemisphere. Now, we do have these wonderful things, right? Like Martin's Drift and Tamasani and Palapye and Celebi Piqui. Isn't Celebi a fucking Pokemon? Regardless, we are on the right-hand side of the road, left-hand side of the road because of this stop line. So, there's only like 2 fucking places we can be, right? Obviously, there's a lot more than that, but going off of pretty much everything that's available to us, we're probably around South Africa, right? Botswana's a possibility, Lesotho's a possibility, Eswatini's a possibility, but we're going to go kind of in the middle. Now, we did have some road numbers, but I always seem to struggle when it comes to things like that. So, while it may be the only thing we have available to us, right? You know what? Let's do it. Let's see. A1. We should be able to find A1, right? That should be like down here. Here's regular 1. Here's R. R is not what we want to see. We want to see A and B. So, let's go. I mean, there's an A1 here. Is there a Palapye? Potentially. Now, I don't see it, but just because I don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I'm fucking blind. What about Eswatini? No, they use M's. Interesting. Botswana, potentially, uses A1. Okay, here's A1, Palapye. Here's Celebi. Actually, that's what we want. We want this. So, and here's Palapye. This then puts us at an interesting spot. We have B150, A1 to Palapye, which is down here, and can we find B150 and B140? This doesn't even look like it has anything on it, which fucking sucks. We do have A15. If we zoom in, there is not another road attached to it. So then maybe we have to go up a little bit further. A3. Oh, we're fucked. How far up? No, so we're going to keep it where it is because of Celebi Piqui, which is going to be to our east. We were struggling to find any of the smaller roads. And really, let's be real here, to no fucking surprise, they're just not marked where we were. Comes down to bad luck. But, as part of the culture, I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to make sure the recording is fine, especially since the last week we've kind of had some issues. We're going to ensure that it's all good, so don't worry, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back before you even fucking know it. Alrighty, so we're back, and I listened to the audio. I didn't hear any of that fucking ghost bell fucking ringing. So I think we're pretty good to continue on, and hopefully we continue that. Now, this does kind of feel like French road markings. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up somewhere else, though. Oh, fuck yeah. So, Debre, I think I know where we are. Does it start with a fucking H? It felt French, man. So, Budapest appears to be, I don't know, to our fucking east. Now, Budapest doesn't really necessarily help us. I wouldn't be surprised if we're up here. Pincy, could be the name of a town. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I see Patins? I don't know. Patience, maybe? Would that be Patience? We can look around here, but I don't know the actual distance that we're going to end up being. For all we fucking know, we're over here by Sopron. You know, there's nothing that really tells us a distance on the sign. We just know that Budapest is kind of to our south and kind of to our east. And it could even be a fucking exit. So, let's hope that this next sign that is coming up will have a little bit more information. It does, so we have to look for 13. Oof, here's 10, here's 11, here's 1, 7, M1, 13. Alright, so if we follow 13, it looks like, does it turn into 81? No, it ends right here. So that is the furthest south we can be. So we are still looking for Pincy. Here's Cesp. Cercerm. I can't pronounce any of this shit. And it's kind of... That's it. That's it. We suck. Alright, but this exit is 413. So we could be on E60. We could be on 1. Potentially on 81. So, as we get closer to the exit, we should be able to tell, in theory, where we are. Now that is 13 again, and this is probably what we want. We are on A5. Well, fuck me. We do have a bunch of places around here. We do know that we are... Actually, the fact that this says H, and that's Lenti, means we're probably in Hungary near Lenti, right? And the fact that there's different places on here, I'm thinking could mean we're not actually in Hungary yet. And we might be over in Switzerland. Is that making sense? Is my thought process good? Which would make sense as to why we were unable to find what we were looking for. Now here's A3, but we are struggling to find A5. At least anywhere near, I guess, what we're supposed to be finding. So Slovakia, it doesn't look like there are any A roads. And we're out of fucking time as we kind of figure it out. Fuck. Alright. So, Bierlingo goes a little bit more northeast. It ends up being the Croatia kind of... What is this? Slovenia, Hungary area? Kind of... And there's Pincy. So that's partly the reason we didn't find it. Now, A5 was marked. We should have been able to see it. But we immediately assumed we were going to be in Hungary without actually being in Hungary. But this is probably a pretty difficult area to try and figure out when you have Hungarian, Slovenian, and Croatian town names all kind of within like 20 kilometers of each other. We did notice towards the end, if we paid attention more to that billboard, that there were differences between the two, but we weren't able to use those to our advantage in a timely manner. Now, that is a red flag. That doesn't necessarily fucking help us. Kind of feels like we're in the mountains somewhere. That looks like it might be... Well, I was going to say Bhutan, but there's the Bhutan liquor shop and Bhutan beer. So, somewhere in Bhutan. Now, we don't get Bhutan very often, so I'm happy to be here. Bhutan is not very well known outside of the world. Kind of just in the middle of nowhere. But they have a really cool flag, if you could find it. Probably not. It's definitely a little bit more colorful, and it definitely has a little bit more pizzazz to it. Now, we do have all this information. We have the Kamdang Gups office, the Tashi Yangste Lower Secondary School. I feel like this, the Tashi Yangste, right, is the name of the place we are. We can do our best to find it, but if you look around us, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's a large village. So it's probably rather small. Well, here's Trashy Gong. While it may not be the same thing, it's kind of close. Now, there's a very good chance, based on the size of this village, that it's not going to be listed. There's always that chance. Now, I believe most of Bhutan has coverage, but if you look at kind of where things are labeled, it feels like there's giant gaps here, and maybe there's actually giant gaps between villages. Or maybe it's missing a few places. Now, I did see Monka. We all know the great Monka S. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But even at this distance, I am failing to see a Tashi Yangste. I don't even know if I'm fucking pronouncing that right. I feel the Japanese influence on the buildings, but that doesn't help us. We're kind of shit out of luck here. Small town in the middle of the Bhutan mountain ranges, like, good luck. I don't know what else to tell you. we have to basically hope we have a good guess. So, in order to do that, should we just guess the middle of the country? Now, I believe we do currently have a lead. It's not a great lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. So in order to kind of play it safe, I think that might be one of the best bets. Now, there is always the chance that we could have guessed the correct, I don't know, quadrant of the country. And with that, gained a little extra, but we need to play it safe here. We can't risk guessing the southeast and it being the northwest. We just can't risk it, not at this point in time. We have a chance to win this. And we both kind of had the same idea. Beerlingo ends up with a better guess of guessing the middle. Had we guessed the southeast, we would have scored. We actually had it in Trashy Gong. If we zoom in wherever this is, you got nothing. So it's a good thing that we guessed the middle, but if we would have guessed Trashy Gong, we could have been baffled and been like, holy fucking shit, guys, did you see that shit? And it would have been really great entertainment, let me tell you. But on to round 4, I feel like this is Russia. There we go. There's the nice Cyrillic with the nice penis and the kid licking it. Oh my god, don't. Okay, no, we're gonna just move away from that. Guys, that didn't happen. We're gonna do our best to try and find an R dot. An R dot is basically gonna give us the town name. Whether or not we're able to use it to our advantage is yet to be seen. We've done it when we haven't been timed, but the added pressure of a time limit definitely does cause us to move a little bit faster. Now here is a .ru. That actually might be helpful. So I don't have a pen. There's a pen. Oh my god. We are struggling. Paper. B is B, right? B is B. Oh my god, this pen's not writing. Panic is setting in. B is B. O is O. P is N. So B-O-N. O-D. Backwards N is fuck. We haven't had a backwards N in a while. Isn't that an I? B-O-N-O-D-I. Fuck. H. 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 Fuck everything. Fuck everything. Skip the H. God damn it. C is S. K is K. O is O. Backwards R is fucking stupid. I think it's like... Fuck. Was it backwards RP? But we have B-O-N-O-D-I blank S-K-O blank. We're doing great. We're doing great, guys. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is. We're going to go based off of field. We do have some mountain ranges. The only mountains in Russia. That's not Russia. Maybe it is. We don't actually know. Kind of to the east. None of this looks kind of like what we saw. We do know this is volcanic, so that should have some mountains. Let's guess kind of around the eastern sea of... Fuck if I can pronounce that. And it does feel eastern just exploring it. I don't even fucking know, man. Russia's never been our strong suit. So we're gonna do our best to do good in Russia, but we all know that that's a fucking fantasy. At least for now. And DV Bank of Russia. No R dot on there, which is perfect. No R dot on there, which is even better. So the one clue we know to look for, we always struggle to find, and when we do find it, we don't recognize all the letters. Fuck, man. Well, we gotta hope we have a good guess down. Now, it does feel like it is kind of a major city. Oh my god, I'm dying. And it ends up being a lot further to the south in Vladivostok, which was not the sign we were translating. Especially since I have B-O-N-O-D-I blank S-K-O blank. And that doesn't even look anywhere close to it. I am glad that we guessed the correct side of Russia, but we ended up being 1,000 miles off, which is pretty much New York to Florida. It's not great, but could have been worse. Now, we do have about 1,500 to 2,000 points to catch up on, and this feels pretty Eastern Europe. We are driving on the right-hand side. We do have a white divider line. If we look for the sun, it is to our south, so we gotta be in the north. Fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being Romania. Poland is a good second guess. But Eastern Europe kind of area, we do have our first look at language. And it is both in Cyrillic and Latin, which leads us to three countries. Bulgaria, Serbia, Macedonia, right? This triangle right here. So let's kind of guess right there for right now. I'm dying. Holy fucking shit. I'm sorry. Excuse me. That right there, I'm almost positive is Bulgarian. I'm almost positive that's like strictly Bulgarian. Because you guys call it like the 6, and I was like, that's not a fucking 6. Like, you guys are fucking crazy. So, let's find the flag, let's call it Hungarian, and let's call it a day. That's all we got left, right? We gotta keep up with the fucking tradition at this point. We have that, which is probably town names. A flag would be nice. I gotta stick up with appearances, you know. We gotta keep up with tradition and move on. We do have a nice sign. Fuck me. The Transport Rehabilitation Project, Pavement Rehabilitation, Upgrading a Regional Road R101. Gives us the region and tells the employer. And it kind of gives us a map. The Republic of Serbia. Well, fuck me. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but you know what? We'll go with it. So, Ministry of Infrastructure, October 2010. Oh my god, this is old coverage. Can we find R101? Now, that's probably a stretch. This is a regional road. It says regional road, which means we need to get the region correct, which I don't even see the dotted lines, so maybe there aren't any. That doesn't make any sense. And we need to find 101. Well, here's 158. Here's 109. That's the closest one so far. No, it's not it, but it's close. 21, 177, 21 again, 30. Oh man, their road system fucking sucks. It's all over the place. There's no organization. 141, 141 again. Alright, I'll just pretend that didn't happen. 111, not 101. 108, 107. Maybe it's to the north. Here's 100 and 105. And 104 and 105 and 104. Yeah, we're fucked. So we gotta hope we have a good guess. Please? Make it beg. And it ends up being kind of near the middle of the country. Well, here's... well, there's no 101 near us. So maybe they renamed it. Which kind of sucks, but you know what? We tried. Definitely tried. And here is the number 6, which translates to a B. We could have probably tried to translate it, but at that point, we were more concerned about where we were. So it looks like Beer Lingo couldn't decide between Bulgaria, Serbia, and North Macedonia. And they literally guessed where I had a guess tab. But finding out it was Serbia, we then tried to find 101, and we stuck near 100. Because in theory, should kind of be nearby. And it wasn't. So, very diverse, let me tell you. We kind of stuck in strictly the Eastern Hemisphere. No surprise there. This is a map after all. But I'm glad we were able to get Botswana. I'm glad we were able to get Bhutan. We don't see Bhutan very often. Russia, whatever. No offense, Russia. And then some nice diversity over here. Cough, cough. Not really. At least there was only 2 in Europe this time. But let's check out the full results. See how everyone did. Biolingo comes in first, and Taurus Beta comes in second. With a very good Russia guess, it looks like. Very good Russia guess. Not so great Russia guess coming in third place. And then Sunwo Kim coming in fourth. Going with Belarus, which doesn't have coverage. I am pretty happy about that. So it looks like Sunwo Kim actually does pretty well, except when it comes to, I guess, guessing places that don't have coverage. But not bad. Not fucking bad at all. But that is going to be where we call it for the day. Hopefully there were no audio issues. Hopefully you guys have remained entertained. I really hope you guys have, because I am having a blast doing this. Emotes, depending on how long it takes for Better Twitch TV to, I don't know, approve them. I don't know the process. Should be live sometime in February. That's at least what I'm planning. But as of right now, this is what we got going for us, and we're going to continue doing what we are doing because it seems to be working. But until next time, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I do hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you live tomorrow on Twitch at 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a good rest of your day, and bye-bye.